Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning Channel. And today we are back at it with the new digital SAT. And I know a lot of people who are asking about, or who are taking the regular SAT in the US, they're saying, hey, we need to do more videos on that because there's still a lot of us, obviously, here in the US taking the paper version. Sorry, just doing a sound check. That are doing the paper version, and I recognize that. By the way, these digital SATs, as much as they have a slightly different format, the math is going to be, from a subject perspective, pretty much identical, or pretty much very, very similar, I should say. There's some little nuances that I've noticed that are different, and I'm going to make a video on those particular differences at a later time, but this is still going to be super beneficial for anybody prepping for the regular SAT as well. All right, so I got a tight schedule today, so I'm gonna, hey, what's up, David? Thank you for joining. I got a tight schedule today, so I'm just gonna jump right in and finish module 2 here. Now, one of the things is it doesn't let you annotate in the app. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a whiteboard over here, and then we're gonna use the calculator in app, and we're gonna resume module 2, practice test 1, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, boom. And let's zoom in a little bit. Maybe like this. Okay, here we go. Which expression is equivalent to this? So you add those two, it becomes 16x squared plus 9x. Those are, D is the winner. Boom, done. Why is this all crossed off? Oh, cool. Okay. Of 900,000 beads, okay. What percentage of the beads are silver? So again, let's use the calculator. So we've got percentage is 828. 828, I'll do 828,000, even though we don't necessarily need it. I could have done 828 out of 900, but let's just go the full thing. And there it is. There's the percentage, 90.92, which is 92%. So boom, 92%, done. Next. Okay, for response, if this equals that, what is the value of 3t? Okay, so we're going to have to do some algebra. So let's go here. So I'm going to distribute that 2. It's going to become 6t minus 20, right? Plus that t equals 40 plus 4t. We're going to have to combine like terms. 6t plus t is 7t minus 20 equals 40 plus 4t. Then I'm going to subtract 4t from both sides, 3t. Add 20 to both sides, that's 60. Divide by 3t will equal 20. Boom, 20. Oops, next. Okay, this one, same dealio. We're going to distribute that 5, so it becomes 5x plus 5 times 4, which is 20, equals 4x plus 16, and then there's that 29, and they want to know what is x. Oh, wait a minute. This could have been done more easily. I'm going to reset. I'm going to show you why. So you can distribute and do what I did and then plug it back into x plus 4, but you can almost treat this x plus 4 like a variable. I can change that, I can change that to x plus 4 is just y. So 5y equals 4y plus 29. We're just trying to solve for x plus 4, which is just y in this case. So subtract 4y from both sides, y equals 29. Boom, done. Which means x equals 25, and we could check it if you want real quick. 25 plus that, 5 times 29 would be 145, right? 4 times 29 would be 116 plus 29, 145, I believe, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Boom, done. Okay. Neighborhood consists of 2-hectare park and 35-hectare residential area. The total number of trees. Okay. The equation, boom, represents the situation. Which of the following is the best interpretation of x? Okay, got it. So 2-hectare park and 35-hectare residential area. Now, total number of trees is this. So this is saying for every hectare, I assume, of residential area, there's going to be 35 trees. For every hectare of the 2-hectare park, there's 2 trees. So x is the number of, oh, I'm sorry. I said that backwards. X is the number of trees per hectare. So for example, if for this one we have, let's say, 10 trees per hectare, you'd plug in 10 for X and it'd be 20, like that, right? So it'd be 20 plus 35Y, so average number of trees per hectare in the park. Nope. If they said 2X, then this would be the total number of trees in the park. Okay, next. For a certain rectangular region, the ratio of its length to its width is 35 to 10. So hold on. For a certain rectangular region, let's draw a rectangle. The ratio of length to width is 35 to 10. So if they say it's a ratio, I'll say 35x to 10x. If the width of the rectangular region So length to its width is 35. So this is the width. If the width of the rectangular region increases by 7, so we increase that by 7, how many units must the length change to maintain this ratio? Got it. So here's how we can kind of do it. So right now it's a 35 to 10 ratio, which we could divide by 5 and make it 7 to 2, right? And we need, so right now we have 35x over 10x plus 7. And then we want to know how much does this have to go up by so that this still balances out. I think this will work. Okay. Obviously, it has to increase, not decrease, right? So to maintain the ratio, it has to increase. So it's either 24.5 or 7. I'm guessing 24.5, but let's go ahead and, because it wouldn't make sense otherwise, but let's go ahead and see. Okay, so we'll cross multiply. We get 70x plus 49 equals 70x plus 2y. Cancel, right? 70x is cancel out. And then you divide both sides by 2, y equals 24.5. So that's how much it would increase by. B is the winner, done. Okay, next, 7. Given related numbers of p and n, where n is not equal to 0. Let's just write that. That part usually doesn't matter because it's just so we don't divide by 0, but I'll write it down anyways. And p is greater than 9, great. So that means n is going to be positive as well if p is greater than 9. Which equation correct? Oh, this is just isolating quantities. I didn't even need to read all that. So we're just isolating n. So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides first, and we get 14 over n. I'm going to multiply both sides by n, so that cancels out. And then I need to isolate n, so I'm going to divide by p minus n. So it's 14 over p minus n. P minus 9, sorry. So 14 over p minus 9, boom, done. Let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. 14. And we're trying to isolate which equation represents n. Let me just double check in my mind. P minus 9. 14 over p. Yep, it's correct. Okay, next. The expression here, whoops, is this equivalent to that, where b is a constant. Okay, what's the value of b? So if they're equivalent, we'll set them equal to each other. 24 over 6x plus 42 equals 4 over x plus b. So you notice what they did is like, look, if you divide the top and bottom on the left side, we could cross multiply and do all that, but look, if I divide the top and bottom by 6, right, you have to divide everything by 6. So this divided by 6 becomes 4, that divided by 6 becomes x, that divided by 6 becomes 7, and then you can see these equivalent expressions, b has to equal 7. Yeah, I don't really need to test it more than that. I think we're good. Okay, 9. Circle A in the xy plane, circle A is this, circle B is the same center. Hold on, let's write this out. So by the way, the center value is going to be here and here. That's a center of -5 and +5. So it's the same center value. But the radius of the circle is, the radius of B is 2 times the radius of A. So A has a radius that is the square root of 4, so which is 2. So B is going to have a radius that is 4, double that, right? So in the equation, it would be 4 squared. The equation to find circle B in the, okay. So we already know what they're asking. They're asking for K. They're asking for this side, which is radius squared. So if the radius is double, it's 4. 4 squared is 16. Boom, done. All right, next. The business owner plans to purchase the same model of chair for each of the 81 employees. The total budget spent on these chairs is $14,000, which includes a 7% sales tax. Which of the following is close to the maximum possible price per chair for sales I could pay for based on this budget? Okay, so it's 81, and then it's X, and then we also need to add on the sales tax. One, like the wording is a little weird, but I think they mean, you know, they have to, including the sales tax, they have to spend less than or equal to 14,000. So here's our equation. We can use the calculator here. So first, I'm gonna just multiply 1.07 times 81. Oops. What was it? 86.67. Okay, so it's 86.67 is less than or equal to 14,000. So we're going to divide 14,000. Oops. 14,000 divided by 86.67. And you get 161.5. But obviously you can't do a decimal amount, right? So it's going to be 151. Oh, wait, 161. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This is price. Sorry. You can do a decimal amount because you can get change. So let me do that division again. Sorry. 86.67. So 161.53 cents. 161.53. There it is. Boom, done. All right, next. We've got this one, the Grassley equation, blah, blah, blah. What is a possible value of x? Okay. So they intersect, so I'm going to use substitution here. So on the top, I'm going to isolate y. I'm going to make it y equals negative 11 minus 8x, subtracting 8x from both sides. Then I'm going to take this, I'm going to plug it in for y in the second equation. So we got 2x squared equals, instead of y, I got the negative 11 minus 8x plus 341. This is great because this is going to give me now a nice quadratic. So I'm going to bring everything to the left side. So 2x squared, I'm going to add 8x. Negative 11 plus 341 is 330. I'm just doing it mentally, and then we're minusing 330 to bring it to this side equals 0. Divide everything by 2 just so we don't have a leading coefficient. Why not? You can do it with a leading coefficient, but if we can get rid of it, why not? And then that's 165, I believe, equals 0. And then does this factor? Must factor, right? Let's see. We could do quadratic, but let's see this way. So what two numbers multiply 65? Okay, let me think. 15 and 11 plus 15 minus 11. Those two add to positive 4 multiplied to negative 165. So my solutions are 11 and negative 15. They don't have 11. They have negative 15. That's it. I'm just going to move on because I want to make sure we're good on time. Otherwise, I would check it. But yeah. Okay, how many solutions does this equation have? So we're going to distribute, and we got 150x minus 90 equals negative 15 times 6 is negative 90. Negative 15 times negative 10 is positive 150x. These cancel, so I get 0 equals 0. That means we have infinite solutions. You can never have 2 with a linear equation like this. You can have 1, 0, or infinite. And when you get a true statement like that, it's infinite. Here we go. By the way, if I ended up getting 0 equals 90 or something that's not true, then it's no solution. When quadratic function is graphed here, vertex is negative 3, 6, x-intercepts. One of the x-intercepts is this. What is the other? Okay, watch this. So this is a really nice thing. When the vertex is at negative 3, let's say 6, okay, it's exactly in the middle of the x-intercept. So this is a nice little tip. So here's the vertex. The other one is at, what is that? That's negative 4 and a fourth, right? If you divide 17 by 4, it goes in 4 times and then a fourth left over. So one of them is at negative 4 and 1/4, 0. The other one's going to be on the opposite side, equidistant away. I didn't draw this to scale exactly, right? But so here I'm going down by 1 and 1/4. Here I'd be going up by 1 and 1/4. So it's like I'm adding 1.25, which gives me 1 3/4 negative, right? 1.25. Let me just double check. 1.25. Yeah. So it should be negative 1 3/4. And then as a improper, which they have here, it becomes negative 7/4, comma 0. So B is the winner. Boom, done. 14. Okay. The graph fx shown, which equation defines f? So this is f. Oh, so literally, this is f of x plus 14. So this is after it's shifted up by 14. So let's see here. The slope is going down 1/4. So y equals negative 1/4 x. And this one is plus 2. But this is f of x plus 14. So to go back to f of x, we shifted down by 14, meaning we minus 14 from the y-intercept. It becomes minus 12. So that's f of x. Y equals negative 1/4 x minus 12. A is the winner. Done. 15. Okay, in the given equation, B is a constant. For which of the following values of B will equation have more than one real solution? So this goes to the discriminant. Anytime we're talking about quadratic and more than one real solution, aka 2 real solutions, the discriminant b squared minus 4ac must be greater than 0. So b squared, so this is literally a, b, and c. So b squared is literally b squared minus 4 times a, 64, right in front of the x squared, times b, which is c, sorry, which is 25. We can move this around using the commutative property. I'm just doing this mentally. You could use a calculator. 4 times 25 is 100, times 64 is 6,400, minus b squared is greater than 0. Move it along. We got b squared, add 6,400 to the other side, is greater than 6,400. And we take the square root. Hold on. So b is greater than, square root of 6,400 is 80. It's also less than negative 80. These are the two options. So it can't be negative 80 on the dot. It could be negative 91 because that's less than negative 80. 5 is not greater than 80. 40 is not greater than 80. Now, for fun, actually, wait, let me show this to you because I want to show you how you can double check using the Desmos calculator. It's so good. So we're going to try negative 91 because I think I have time here, right? So we got, watch this. This is super cool. So you could literally go down the line and plug in these answers. That's the other cool thing about Desmos, which is way better. It's just so fast. Watch this. Negative 91x and then plus 25. And then look, two solutions. Meaning when does it equal 0? Twice. So you know it's right. That's it. Done. We're going to really leverage the Desmos calculator here. This one here, 7x, has a x-intercept at a comma 0. Okay, a comma 0. And a y-intercept at 0 comma b. Sure. Where a and b are constants. What is the value of b over a? All right, so let's find the... So we want b over a. So let's figure these out. So first to find a, I'm going to plug 0 in for y. That goes away. 7x equals negative 31. X would equal negative... A would be negative 31 over 7. For b, you plug in 0 for x. You get 2y... Sorry, and then b for that. So 2b, 2y, whatever. 2b equals negative 31, so it's negative 31 over 2. And then they want b over a. So negative 31 over 2 over negative 31 over 7, which is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, negative 7 over 31. Cancel, cancel. And the negatives cancel out, so it's 7 over 2. D. Done. 17. Okay. In the given system of equations, t is a constant. If the system has no solution, what is the value of t? System has no solution. What is... Okay, so first I'm going to simplify the top one. So I'm going to add 6y, make it 16y on this side, and then I'm going to subtract 2 from the other side. So then it's 4x minus 2. Let's just, somewhat isolate the y. And actually, let's divide both sides by 16. Y equals 1/4 x minus 2 over 16, which is 1/8. So now I got this as a nice linear equation. And these are going to have no solution, meaning they need to be parallel. Okay, so I'm going to divide both sides by t for the bottom one. Y equals 1 over 2t. That's my y-intercept. And I'm just kind of switching those around. 2 divided by t, 2 over tx. So these two guys cannot be... these two guys have to be the same. These two guys have to be different. But t is going to have to be 8. Because that would make it 1/4 x here. And it would make it 1/16. So the y-intercepts have to be different, but it's sort of like, if it's not different, then this is impossible. So we're kind of assuming that. But anyways, t would be 8. Let me just make sure that's right. And again, you can literally, in the Desmos calculator, let me show you this really quickly. 4x minus 6y equals 10y plus 2. This is the best thing about this versus the TI-84 or any of those. You actually don't even have to isolate. Watch this. 10y plus 2, right? And then in my second equation, I said, what was it? I said t equals 8. So watch how we can test this. 8y equals 0.5 plus 2x. Look at that. Parallel. No solution. Boom. Done. So you just have it verified. You just go through this test feeling so confident from that calculator assistance. This is an isosceles right triangle, has an hypotenuse. Okay, isosceles right triangle. Has a hypotenuse length of 58. What is the perimeter in inches? So going backwards, usually to go from an isosceles right, you take these sides, you multiply by rad 2. To go backwards, you divide by rad 2. So if we want these are the 3 side lengths. So if we want the perimeter, let's see. And then let's rationalize this because that's what they did. So each of these sides would be 58 rad 2 over 2, which is 29 rad 2. 29 rad 2. So then we add this up. 29 rad 2 plus 29 rad 2 is 58 rad 2 plus that lonesome 58. Doesn't have a radical, so we can't combine it. 58 rad 2 plus 58. C is the winner. Done. 19. For the linear function f, I've got a session beginning in 7 minutes. That's why I have to go faster than the time. Okay. For the linear function f, show 3 values of x and the corresponding function. Okay. F is defined by f of x where a and b are constants. What is the value of a minus b? So the slope, oh, got it. Okay. So the b, we'll figure that out. But the slope is a, which is going up by 1, up by 64, up by 1, up by 64. So a is 64 for sure. And then b is when x is 0. So we'd step back, it would drop by 64 again. So B should be negative 128, the y-intercept. So they want A minus B, 64 minus negative 128, which would be 190, positive 192. Boom, done. 20. 3 left. Data set A consists of 10 positive integers less than 60, 9 integers. The mean of these 9 is 42. Cool. If the mean of data set A, 10 positive integers less than the mean of these, and then this is 9 from data set A. The mean of these 9 is 42. If the mean of data set is an integer greater than 42, what is the value of the largest integer from data set A? What is the value of the largest? Hold on a second. 10 positive integers less than 60. So the mean is 42. So the 10th. The 10th number has to be, the number we're missing has to be bigger than 42. But, oh, it's an integer greater than 42. Got it. Let's use the calculator. Here we go. Didn't read that properly. Okay, so 43 plus 45 plus 44 plus 43. Oh, wait, I don't need to do that. The mean is 42. So 9 times 42 is 378. So 378 plus some unknown thing divided by 10 has to equal an integer. And it's got to be bigger than 42. So it's got to be 43 basically. So this has to add up to 430, which means 52. 52. It's got to be 52. It has to be 52. Because if I take 378, watch, 378 plus 52, and then I do that, and then I get 430 divided by 10, there's your mean of 43. Because it says it has an integer that is, so yeah. Yeah, and it can't be bigger than that. It can't be above, 60 or whatever it would be to take it to 44. All right, enough of that one. Here we go. That one was interesting. For groups, 25 more people, we have 21 per person for the first 25 people, and then 14 for each additional people, so greater than 25. And then which function gives the total charge in dollars for a true group with n people? So instead of x, I'll use n. N people greater than or equal to 25. I think this is pretty much it. 21 times 25, I assume that is 525 maybe. Let me double check. 21 times 25. Yeah, 525. So it's got to be this. No, it's not this one. Because look what they did. They did 525 plus 14n. I'm doing it in my head. That's 250, 350 plus 100, 350. So 525 minus 350 is 175. So it's A. Yep. Okay, and 22. Final question. Triangles LMN and RST, angles L and R. I'm assuming these are similar triangles or something. L, M, N, R, S, T. So both of these are 60. And RT is 30. LN is 10. Which is a triangle LMN is similar. Oh, yeah. So it's about similarity. All right. So we got an angle and we got a side. Angle, side. There's one of the similarities. You got to know the similarity theorems. The one that I bet they're leveraging here is not angle, which is the most common one. It's probably side, angle, side, because I already have a proportion of the sides of 1 to 3. So if I know that LM is 1/3 of RS, then I know, then it's also got a 1 to 3 ratio. 1 to 3, congruent angles, 1 to 3, it's done, similar. So we need LM. See, you can't have MN and ST because did I draw this right? Hold on. LMN, L and R each have 60, and then LN is 10, RT is 30. See, I need these two to have the relationship LM and RS, not MN and ST. First of all, they can't be congruent. This is crazy. 1 to 3, but that's angle side, side, so that doesn't work. The measures of angle M and S are 70 and 60 respectively. M and S, no, they'd have to be congruent. The measures of angle M and T. Ooh, wait, this one might make sense. This one makes sense. Look, because if M is 50 and, sorry, M is 70, excuse me, M is 70 and T is 50. So I was wrong. It is using angle, because if I know this, that's 110. This one has to be 70. This one has to be 50 by the triangle angle sum theorem. And then we do have angle similarity. So this is actually the one I was tricked by that, what I thought to expect. All right. I think we got them all. First one done. Let's see if it checks it and see if we got everything right. And then I'll quickly look at questions. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's view the score. Sure, satisfied. Why not? Whoa, what's happening there? Okay. I don't know, it's weird. All right, close. Let's view the score. Oh, it makes you go through the website. Strange. Okay, let's see if this works here. This is cool. You don't have any, what? Why doesn't this work? Okay, well, there's obviously a glitch here. Let's see if this works. What the heck? Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess we can't. What? Oh, maybe because it's still active? All right, well, this app has like crazy amounts of bad reviews, so possibly it's still like super glitchy, which it looks like. So I can't really go over them. I'm pretty sure I got every question right, but let's see here what questions we got. I am good. Oh, did I get this one wrong? Uh-oh. 3T was, oh, did it ask for 3T, not T? Okay, well, then I made a mistake. If I missed that, that's a bummer. How do I get the dream score? Practice. Ethan, download the app. It isn't. It's easy. Okay. Okay. The calc is literally a cheat. It's a great calculator. Okay. Scalar, go back for the third one because your answer's wrong. Explain number 13, please. Shoot. All right, guys. So I'm sorry I missed that one, but I can't seem to get back to it. I don't know what's going on, but I'll see if I can figure this out for the next stream. We'll do more later this week on these modules. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like this video, please click that like button. And if you want to see more from the Scalar Learning channel, make sure to click subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll